All right, sports fans, it is football week here in Across the Line. Continuing with the topic, hot off a huge win at Rocky Stone Field last week for the first time ever. The Riverview High Royals, after 50-plus years, have got the monkey off the back, hoisted the Ed Skiffinian Trophy here as the top dog in the New Brunswick AAA Football League High School Division. Big congratulations to this guy right here, head coach.
Thank you.
Kevin Jones joined us in studio. How you doing, Kev?
I'm doing great, man.
Yeah?
Doing great. Yeah, it's been a fun couple days.
I can imagine. Lots of emotions, I'm sure, after a big last-second win here, in a tight game at Rocky Stone here against a tough St. John High opponent.
Yeah, there was a lot of emotions going on that day. A lot of tears, a lot of celebration, but a lot of tears of joy and stuff for a lot of people. Like, I'm an alumni. We have a bunch of alumni, their staff. Like, it was a lot of tears, a lot of emotion going on that night.
Yeah, and for folks who aren't aware, Riverview High, long-standing, terrific football program, just sort of got tagged as the team that couldn't win a championship, had 8 or 9 opportunities, but always a top-tier football team that just had a little trouble getting over the hump, and you were able to give the extra push to get the guys over and bring home the championship gold.
Yeah, you could say that. I'm just lucky enough to have like a great staff and great kids. Like, they're the ones who do all the work. Like, I'm the one sitting here talking, but like it's those guys over there that do all the work for you.
Yeah, no, and like you said, you did have a great staff. Obviously, lots of lifers here at Riverview.
Yeah,
Shaky's there, Prosser's there, right? You guys got a great staff. Maybe talk a little about how much of a benefit having a coaching staff is. You do lots of guys on staff that know the game and were really able to put in the work behind the scenes.
Yeah, like the coaching staff I have is I'm super lucky to have. They have a lot of experience, and like we all like generally are on the same page and like get along very well.
Yep.
So communication between the staff is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And like they have a lot of football experience. Like our defense, for example, which was amazing on Friday night and all year, we have 4 former coordinators in the New Brunswick AAA League.
Yep.
And they're all on staff, so they all get along well and work together well and just get things done. So we have that experience, so when something happens or there's a nuance or change or whatever, we have some experience to draw on to pull it out. So it's kind of nice to have. I can't speak highly enough of my staff.
Yeah. Well, and like you said, great to be able to pick somebody else's brain who's
Exactly.
been a coordinator for 10-plus years sort of in the league, right? So a huge luxury to have on staff. But like you said, too, a lot of guys that have played there, lifers with the program and wanted to give back, so that the kids there had the opportunity to hoist this, right? So how, emotional or rewarding was it for them, especially being former players like yourself, to be part of getting the job done?
Yeah. The former Royals on staff, like, they've been to championship games. They've felt that pressure of, trying to get that first one out of the way. We have guys that lost like in double overtime against FHS a few years back and made multiple trips, and you could really feel the emotion from them, like how much they cared, how much it meant to them to be part of what kind of got the first one out of the way.
Yeah. And like you said, excellent championship game, playing a tough St. John High opponent. Last year's champions in the league, looked poised for another run here with the regular season that they had. How were you guys able to sort of weather the storm early and really come back late here for a big comeback win here late in the fourth?
Yeah, we were super fortunate to take advantage of an early mistake that they made and an interception return for a touchdown, and that kind of gave us some early life and some early confidence. And then we just kind of we scored. We got up 16-0, and we were kind of just weathering field position, but like it sounds cliche, but like defense wins championships, and our defense played like their best game of the year. They say their best game of the year for the last game of the year, and they played unreal. And I can't they held like the number 1 offense in the league, scoreless for 3 quarters and a little bit. So I can't say anything bad.
Number 1 offense in the league, but a passing offense as well, pretty skilled offense, as opposed to a run sort of guided team. How much work goes into that? And like I said, game film, prep work, sort of playing a spread offense like that who can really air it out.
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of prep work. A lot of the kids took it on themselves that week. I remember checking our huddle score, our huddle time that week, and I was like, oh, okay, like the boys are in, because our average time was up through the roof. And I was okay, like that gave me some confidence. Okay, the players are checked in, the players are dialed in, they want this, and it gave us a good confidence as a coaching staff, an extra little bit of confidence going into it.
Yep. So, like you said, exciting game. You guys were up 16-0 going into the fourth. All of a sudden, a unnecessary roughness penalty. St. John starts to drive. All of a sudden, gets a score. Block, kit punt.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's a tie game. And then all of a sudden, they're up after a defensive stop. They're up 22-16, 22 unanswered points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
What was the vibe or the feeling on the bench at that point if momentum had switched?
Yeah, so they had all the energy, and we were looking around, like looking for that energy, looking for that little jump. But the players were so positive with each other, and there was a positive vibe because in that situation, giving up 22 straight points, late in the game, it wouldn't be crazy to think that the guys would start getting after each other a little bit.
Yeah.
And the vibe was very positive because we talked about that all week because in our quarterfinal game against Moncton High School, when the game didn't start great for us, there was a bit of that. And we addressed it as a team, say, that's not an attitude we want to have. And in that moment, the guys were really positive with each other, and the energy was up, and there was a positive mindset and a positive energy. And so it gave me, I was like we have a shot at this. Yeah. Like they're good. Like we have a shot at this. So it was a good feeling how the boys reacted to that adversity.
And that's really what makes championships right there is how you overcome adversity. And like I said, after giving up sort of that go-ahead touchdown, you're down 22-16 all of a sudden in the fourth quarter. St. John comes out, kickoff, out of bounds, gives you guys some pretty good starting field advantage, I guess, at that point. Tell us how you sort of move forward at that point, starting around midfield.
Yeah, so that was a lucky break. Sometimes you need some luck on your side, and that was a lucky break for us. So that brought up to the 40, and then we had players, grade 12 seniors, that made plays when it mattered the most. Like we had a drop ball, we had 2 drop balls in that final drive, but we also had 2 critical third down catches. Yeah. But the thing that I remember dealing with on Monday after I rewatched the game, the guy that had the 2 critical, not critical, but the 2 drop balls in the final drive, he made the most important block, the game-winning block to score that final touchdown. So it was like, hey man, you made a mistake here, but when it mattered, you made the play, and it was a nice feeling for him to tell him that, because he might not have felt it at the time because he was just feeling the drops in his head, but he made a critical play for us as well. So it was kind of a nice little confidence boost for that kid.
When you needed it, and like you said, came out, he had good field position, got a first down. St. John, tough defense. They had you third down twice. That second third down, and probably 6 or 7, you guys take a shot down the sideline, a go route, big 25, 30-yard pickup down to the 5 or 6 yard line with a huge catch. That was really the game-winning play right there. You punched in 2 plays later. How critical really was that play, and how big was it for those kids to step up at that moment?
That play was critical, and that same player made a play that wouldn't get as much. He made a play on a 3rd and 6 where he got hit so hard in the back and he held onto it right on the sideline. 2 plays before on a 3rd down to give us a chance. But yeah, that's 2 grade 12s, their last shot kind of together, and they made it happen. And that was a critical catch. That catch is going to go down in probably Riverview High history. Yeah,
that's a video you want to keep in the archive there for sure.
Definitely.
Like I said, down to 20 seconds, 17 seconds left. Then you're able to punch in, I think, 2 plays later to score with just seconds left in the game. Yeah. How emotional was it for you at that point? Barring a kickoff return, you should be hoisting the trophy here in a couple of seconds at the final whistle. Did it sink in at that point, or did you wait till the flag was up?
With Connor McNamee there, St. John High's quarterback, I couldn't count them out. Yeah. So I was like, all right, let's get the kick. Okay, good. And we knew he had 1, 2, potentially 3 chances to make a play. And if anyone in our league is going to make a play, it's probably going to be him. Yeah. So it didn't really sink in till that final kind of knockdown and it was just like the running on the field and just that moment there was pretty special.
Ed Skiffington, AAA high school football champions right here, Riverview High Royals. A huge congratulations to you and
Thank you.
your coaching staff and the team, and look forward to seeing you back on the field next year.
Perfect, man. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.